Welcome. My name is Matt Johnson. I'm the children's pastor here at Chandler Christian Church. I'm going to be going over the Small Group Leaders Guide. There's going to be a couple different parts. The first part is just welcome, just greeting you guys, letting you guys know that what you're doing is really important. It's the backbone of the whole VBS. And without small groups, there wouldn't be any application or relational tie to what we're doing. It would just be a fun event. And so, as you know, Jesus took his disciples, walked them around. They spent time together, and that's kind of how I want you to envision being a small group leader. I want you to be Jesus' hands and feet for these kids. We're going to prepare you for that, going to equip you for that, and that's why we're doing these videos. We're going to do a Starbucks night for anybody who has any specific questions and wants free coffee or drinks. They can come out to the Starbucks night, and we'll be sending an email out about that in the coming days here. If you look down below, you'll see a link for the welcome guide for small group leaders. I'm going to go over a couple things, not everything in there, but I encourage you to read through that and then shoot me an email when you have, saying, hey, I have a question about this, or read it, I got it covered. So my email is mattjohnson@chandlercc.org. I'm looking over here at the welcome guide, and there's just a few, there's some expectations. One is, I want you guys to be prepared. You're going to be a lot happier if you're prepared. So watch all the videos, check all your emails that you get, and read the material that's given with you. There's going to be responsibilities unique to you, and I'm going to go over those in the coming videos. But what I really want to focus on today is how to be a great small group leader. And so I've kind of come up with an acronym, GREAT, G-R-E-A-T, great, greet, G for greet. It's important to greet every kid by name. Their name is a blessing. Their mom picked it out. Their dad picked them out just for them, and their name is unique to them. So if you could use their name at any time, the kids in your small group, it's going to be a blessing to them. And the parents love it too. When you go, oh, hey, Matt, hey, Thomas, it's great to see you. Parents dig that. They're going to feel more welcome. They're going to feel like, hey, this is a great place to have my kid. Greet them as often as possible. Use their name as often as possible. Discipline comes up. So the R in great is restaurant rule. You can discipline any child in VBS like you would your child's own friend if they were to go to the restaurant with you. What do I mean by that is you're going to probably set up rules at the restaurant. We're not going to be disruptive to other tables. Same thing at VBS. We're not going to be so loud and so crazy that it's disrupting other small groups. No disrespectful words or behaviors. There's no way you're going to tell a waiter disrespectful things. You're not going to let your kids do that. Same thing at small group. You're not going to let them be disrespectful to each other or to other volunteers at VBS. So if you see a kid doing that, that's okay to correct them on that and let them know what behavior you do expect of them. No roughhousing or yelling. We want to think of others first and speak softly as much as you can. Other kids are going to be yelling, they're going to be rowdy, and there's going to be opportunities throughout VBS for them to do that. But during small group times, during your engage and re-engage activities, you're going to want to try to keep things to a respectable roar. Also, you wouldn't expect the kids just to get up at a restaurant and walk wherever they want. Same thing at VBS. They need to ask permission if they need to use the restroom. They can talk to you about it. If you need to go up from one place to another, you want to be purposeful at it. But the kids should be staying in their seats or at least in the small group area at all times. All reasonable things to expect of a child. If you have specific, how do I discipline if a kid's just not getting it? One is we have Starbucks. We have VBS Bucks, and so they can use it at the end of VBS to buy some really cool prizes and different things. So use that as an encouragement. Say, hey, if you're well behaved, hey, I'll tell you what. If you can walk from this building to the next building without running around, I'm going to give you a VBS Buck. Or let's say yesterday was pretty tough. You can go say, hey, Johnny, yesterday was pretty rough and you didn't get so many VBS Bucks. Today I think you can get 7 VBS Bucks. If you're going to be a good listener, you can be my line leader, you can be my helper. That's really going to encourage proper behavior, good choices. Next thing we want to do is use encouragement all the time. What's rewarded is repeated. So instead of focusing on the child that maybe has a disruptive behavior, focus on the child who's emulating the behavior you like to see. Encourage that behavior, speak it out, let other kids know, hey, Johnny's doing such a good job listening. He's sitting down with his legs crossed. That's how I want everybody to be doing it. Johnny, what a good job. The kids are naturally going to want to seek your praise and they're going to want to fall in line. So greet restaurant rule, encourage. Next one's attitude, A for attitude. Your attitude is contagious, so smile. Your attitude's a choice, so come ready, prepared, excited about being part of the VVS. If you're involved, if you're doing the activities and you're showing that this is something that's fun for you, the kids are going to get along right with it. If you have a sour attitude, the kids are going to have a sour attitude. The other volunteers around you are going to have sour attitude, and it's not going to be fun for you. So, attitude. One thing I do when I'm like, if I'm tired, I know some of you guys are going to be coming straight from work. Just think about something positive that's going to come out of this. For example, a lot of people reflect back to how awesome VBS was and how that used to be a cool thing that they enjoyed doing as a child. A lot of people, maybe they stray from their faith, but it'll be their experiences at VBS that draw them back to the church when they get older. So just think about those things, and that's why you're here, to spread the gospel to the children. Next one is appropriate touch. We don't want kids sitting in our laps. That's something that just doesn't look right. But if a kid falls down, skins their knee, it's okay to pick them up and hold them for a little bit. High fives, side hugs, all good things. For you guys out there, there's a lot of boys here without fathers, so to be able to have an appropriate touch, pat on the back, ruffle in the head, these are maybe the only appropriate touch that they get from a male role model all week, all month. So please use positive touch when necessary. A lot of times for discipline, I'll if I can just put my hand on the kid's shoulder and say, Johnny, what's going on, buddy? That can kind of make a connection, and it helps out. So those are some tips for being a great volunteer. Greet, use the restaurant rule, encourage, attitude, and appropriate touch. All right, we want you to have fun, so we have fun when we stay safe. We're going to have fun with a purpose, but it needs to be safe. So if you see the kids climbing on things or look like they're going to hurt themselves or others or property, please speak up and let them know. We're going to have, whatever schedule you have the first day, you're going to have the whole entire night. So look at your own schedule that you'll be given the night of the event, and follow that schedule. It'll tell you what time you need to be what time you need to be somewhere, and where that is and what room number. All right. A small group for early childhood is made up of about 8 to 10 kids, and for elementary it's about 8 to 12 kids. So that's what you can expect in your group. We also recommend getting some bandanas or colors or something to kind of mark your kids. It's really great if you can get them a trinket at the beginning. It kind of builds that bonding, but also it helps distinguish your kids from the other kids. So that's another tip that we have. You're going to want to bring your own Bible. A lot of the supplies we're going to supply fully for you. So if you read anything in the next coming emails, in the other videos, know that we're going to provide all of it unless we say specifically bring your own. All right, well that concludes this video. It's about 8 minutes. Sorry I went a little long. The other videos will be a lot shorter. God bless. Thank you for what you're doing.